It is my honor to welcome parents, family members, teachers, administrators, members of the Board of Education, and the Superintendent of Lorain City Schools, Dr. Jeff Graham, as well as distinguished guests to the 2022-2023 Lorain High National Honor Society induction ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Lorain High School Titan Battalion Color Guard, and please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by National Honor Society member Sivo Ritchie, and it will be signed by National Honor Society member Jada McCall.
Mark time. March. Color guard, hold. Left face. Present. Colors. Order, arms. Right face. Forward, march.
It is with pleasure that I present to you a proud graduate of Lorain City Schools as she attended the old Lorain High School. Ladies and gentlemen, Lorain High School Building Principal, Mrs. Melissa Cheers.
Good evening to our students, our families, and our staff that are represented here tonight. I would first like to thank Steve Cawthon for his dedication to the traditions of the National Honor Society. Let's give him a round of applause as our advisor. As a Lorain High principal, it is my pleasure to be here tonight to recognize our current members and our new inductees. I am proud of each and every one of you and the high standard of excellence that you embody for your leadership, service, character, and scholarship. You represent yourselves, your community and family, and the Lorain High Titans well. I thank you for your positive impact, and I congratulate you. At this time, we will welcome Steve Cawthon, our National Honor Society advisor.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce one of the most outstanding leaders in Lorain City Schools. He is the Social Studies Department Chairperson and Adjunct Professor through Lorain County Community College in Social Sciences, the voice of the Lorain High Titans, a commissioner for the Academic Distress Commission, and the advisor for the National Honor Society, Mr. Stephen Cawthon.
Thank you, Emily. I was hoping you weren't going to talk about one of our family vacations to the Outer Banks and one of those stories, because I'm glad that was left out. Good times. Anyways, good evening, everyone. Tonight we celebrate the induction of the Lorain High School Titans into the National Honor Society. The purpose of the National Honor Society at Lorain High School is to create an enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to provide service, to promote worthy leadership, and to encourage the development of character in all of our students. Throughout history, man has recognized and marked for special honor those who excel. The secondary school faculty honors the attainment already made and recognizes the promise of continued excellence in the cherished ideals of the school. With the founding of the National Honor Society in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1921, the National Council created an official and uniform emblem that embodied the 4 fundamental principles of the organization that still exists today: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Today it is estimated that more than 1 million students practice and participate in National Honor Society activities across this country. National Honor Society chapters are found in all 50 states, U.S. territories, Canada, and around the world. Charter membership not only recognizes students for their accomplishments, but challenges them to develop further through active involvement in school activities and community service. The students of Lorain High School that are members of the National Honor Society are successful due to their efforts and those of the important individuals in their lives: the parents, the relatives, the friends, the teachers, the administrators, and staff. These students are scholars, they're artists, researchers, athletes, musicians, and creative minds who are among the most excellent in their class, and everyone who has touched their lives should be proud of their induction into the National Honor Society. At this time, I would like to introduce the elected officials for the 2022-23 Lorain High National Honor Society. As I introduce each officer, I will present them with a rose. The rose is a symbol of your initiation and membership in the National Honor Society. First, we have Treasurer Senior Emily Rivera. Secretary Senior Marissa Ortero. Vice President Senior Madison Jones. And President Senior Sivo Ritchie. It is now my privilege to turn the program over to the President of the National Honor Society, Mr. Sivo Ritchie.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will now light the center candle to symbolize the NHS flaming torch, and as the candle represents fundamental principles of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. It is my honor to introduce the 2022 through 2023 members of the Lorain High National Honor Society, as the Lorain High Orchestra will play the processional rigodon by Andre Campra, led by Mr. Theodore Terhune. The following seniors are returning members of Lorain High National Honor Society. Returning senior member, Riley Altman. Returning senior member, Kieran Gallegos. Returning senior member, Mia Torres Ramos. Returning senior member, Jada Noel McCall. Returning senior member, Janasia Nelson Riley. Returning senior member, Christian Ruiz. Yes, sir. Returning senior members, Alicia Soto and Adriani Stevens, who is not able to attend this evening. Returning senior member, Miguel Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now present the new senior inductee of the National Honor Society. New senior member, Shalia Cordero. New senior member, Maya Cordova. New senior member, Unaya Pamplin. New senior member, Jasmine Rodriguez. New senior member, Leila Soto. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now present the new junior inductees of the National Honor Society. New junior member, Helen Alvarez. New junior member, Mallory Alvarez. New junior member, Brooke Boland. New junior member, Mary Sapkowski. New junior member, Norit Dafe. New junior member, Belicia Gomez. New junior member, Brenna Goodman. New junior member, Evan Rekovic. New junior member, Mayreli Mendoza. New junior member, Emerson Nazario. New junior member, Javalis Perez. New junior member, Hope Roberts. New junior member, Yasmir Robinson. New junior member, Yelitza Verdon. Returning members, you may be seated. At this time, we will recite the pledge of the National Honor Society for all new members. Inductees, please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of National Honor Society, to which I've been selected. I'll be true to the principles for which it stands. I'll be loyal to my school. I will maintain and encourage the high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. I now proclaim you duly installed members of the National Honor Society. Inductees, you may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce National Honor Society members Madison Jones and Helen Alvarez as they will perform the Lorain High alma mater.
As Vice President of the National Honor Society, it is my honor to present the speakers for tonight's induction ceremony. We will now hear from a few selected members on the key principles of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Karen Gallegos is an early college student here at Lorain High School, as well as an active member of her community, dedicated to serving the city she loves. Although being busy with her academics, she is also an athlete who is part of the soccer, track, and cross-country teams. She has showed strong leadership skills by being the president and vice president of Pep Club and Peer Mediation, and was one of the captains of her soccer team. She also loves helping people by volunteering for Second Harvest Food Bank numerous times, and Lorain Downtown Cleanup, and is an active member of Key Club, which provides her with many other volunteering opportunities. Along with volunteering, Karen Gallegos proudly represents her city and culture by traveling all throughout Ohio as the Lorain International Queen. She strives to continue being a leader and active community member at The Ohio State University, majoring in international business, where she hopes to learn more about her own culture and many others around the world. Karen will be speaking to the importance of character.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen Gallegos, and I will be proudly giving a speech on the importance of demonstrating character. Character is not a simple word to describe, but I believe that each and every one of these students sitting behind me is an extraordinary example of it. In my opinion, I believe Lorain High School students show the best character out of every other school in our area. Most students who attend the district come from poverty or unfortunate situations, but nonetheless, students at our school continue to persevere through difficult challenges, leading them to success in the end. Each and every one of these students has done what most people cannot. It takes a student with an incredible character to be able to power their way through to one of these seats, despite the negativity portrayed on us. These students are the highlights of our districts. They are not only the academically gifted, but they are also the students most active in our community and the students who represent our schools to the highest degree. Character is shown differently in everyone, but the one consistent characteristic shown is integrity, the honesty and quality of being able to hold yourself up to the highest standard and displaying the morals you believe in. A large part of the reason the students in the National Honor Society are so successful is because of their loyalty and honesty when it comes to their peers and teachers. These students have built themselves strong relationships that will shape their futures and aid them in being the most successful beings that they can be. They continue to not only motivate themselves, but the people around them. Their morals and self-attitudes motivate them to want to be better people and make a change in the world. Being honest about situations around us and the issues we face in the world every day is an extremely important aspect of one's character. Not only should people speak on these issues, but we should also take action and attempt to make a change, even if it is a small one. This characteristic is crucial and should be at the forefront of one's beliefs and behavior. Moreover, having a great character means that you do not let any obstacle get in the way of achieving your goals. Whether your goals have to do with social justice or personal goals, having determination and perseverance are two characteristics present within someone who displays a promising future. Not only that, but being successfully academically and in life is not easy. It takes many mistakes, many failures, and many lessons to lead you to the finish line. A strong community is vital for a person with a great character. These people are selfless. They are not solely focused on themselves and their success, but all the success of others around them. They strive to connect emotionally with their peers, letting them know that they are dependable and caring. These people who are incredibly reliable. They strive to help wherever help is needed. They are community leaders and they believe in serving their community that has given them everything that they need. I would not only like to speak on what makes a great character, but also where these characteristics come from. Like I said previously, the environment has a huge effect on someone's character. Growing up in Lorain and in Lorain District has definitely taught us many lessons and important issues that we need to face in life. People who grow up in Lorain are faced with many challenges that other people in lower poverty areas never face. For instance, we face the lack of reputation others have to display that we can and we will be successful in our lives. People believe that we are unprofessional or careless, but I believe we are the complete opposite. We are forced to stay strong and determined even in the worst situations. We are forced to work twice as hard to prove ourselves to the people who have doubted us for so long. And we are forced to stay motivated to not only allow us to succeed, but to help others around us succeed as well. Personally, despite the negativity and the reputation, I am incredibly proud to call myself a Lorain Titan. And I am incredibly proud of myself and the students sitting behind me for proving ourselves, proving that we are fighters, and proving that we are strong. Where you come from and your opportunities you have in life are important, but what you do with what you are given matters much more. It does not matter what reputation you are given with. Someone who is strong and determined will prosper and succeed no matter the circumstance. In conclusion, our character is not just determined by where we come from or from our experiences. It is established based on our morals and characteristics and what we choose to do with the opportunities given to us. Fortunately, the students in the National Honor Society chose to take advantage of every opportunity given to them. They have stayed focused on their goals and have not let anything distract them from reaching it. Before I end off my speech, I want everyone to think about their own characters and to think of the success that comes with staying determined and motivated, and the happiness that comes with serving others and serving your community. Congratulations to the students in the National Honor Society for showing the finest character and for motivating one another to be better people. Thank you.
Emerson Nazario is a junior at Lorain High and an early college student through Lorain County Community College. She plans on graduating with her associate's degree, along with her high school diploma. Her future plans are to attend Kent State University. She plans to major in fashion merchandising with a minor in business and marketing. This is her first year in the National Honor Society and is thrilled to participate in such a great program. Throughout her life, Emerson has had a huge support system composed of family and friends who are always there for her. She participates in extracurricular activities like flag, cheer, and key club, and is always ready to volunteer when needed. Emerson is always striving to be her best. Scholarship is the topic she will be speaking on this evening.
Hello, everyone. As I begin, I would like to thank all of you for coming to support and celebrate the academic achievements that we students have achieved throughout high school. If it wasn't for the support of the staff and families that have come out tonight, your students probably wouldn't have made it this far. I also want to personally thank my family for always pushing me to do my best throughout my schooling. And now I'm going to explain what scholarship means to me. By definition, scholarship is an academic study or achievement, learning of a high level. But it honestly means so much more than this. As I stand here today, I think to myself how I got here. I honestly wouldn't have gotten here without realizing what a scholar is. Scholarship is so much more than just showing up to school every day expecting to pass your classes. To truly be a scholar, you have to show up to school every day, ready to comprehend and learn. You should want to try and succeed with more than expecting of simply passing. You want to be able to build up your future. By doing this, you have to be ready for what school throws at you, from studying to doing your homework to stressing over those hard tests coming up and getting your work done. Everything seems like a struggle at first, but once you get the flow of what you're doing and remember what you are working towards, everything seems a lot simpler. I'm not trying to say high school is simple because it's not at all. But if you put your mind towards something and you work hard for it, the work leading up to it seems easier in the end. A quote from Ruth Bader Ginsburg: "I'm a very strong believer in listening and learning from others." This quote shows that receiving help from others isn't always a bad thing. I'm not the type of person to ask for help from others, but from experience, I will say it never hurts to ask for help, especially from your teachers. Your teachers are there to help you, and it is a smart idea to take advantage of their knowledge because getting one-on-one help from a teacher can make a bigger impact than sitting in the classroom trying to figure something out by yourself. Being a scholar doesn't mean you are someone who achieves everything on your own. Being a scholar means knowing how and when to ask for help. Last year I was really struggling with Algebra 2, and one of the reasons for this was I wasn't asking questions. Once I started to ask my teacher questions and ask her for one-on-one time, everything I was learning became a bit simpler. That's why I love this quote so much, because it shows it's okay to need help and listen to others. It's also important to know the support system you have here at the school, because being a scholar isn't about getting your work done and having good grades. Being a scholar means participating in school events, clubs, or sports. It also means being able to manage schoolwork as well as extracurricular activities. This is because being able to manage your time wisely shows colleges and your teachers that you could do more than just get good grades. Being able to juggle more than school is a huge responsibility and accomplishment. People with jobs, sports, and school are the true example of scholarship. I think it's important to get involved in clubs or sports because it gets you to learn and to put yourself out there as a student, especially here at Lorain High. There are so many different clubs, sports, and events that we students have the ability to participate in. Being a scholar is all about responsibility and dependability. Knowing your teachers have someone they can always count on to get their work accomplished and ask questions will always benefit you in the long run. Being a responsible student means getting your work done on time and putting in full effort into your assignments. I know it's hard for some people to do this, but simply trying your best is what is most important. Letting your teachers know that you really put in effort while doing your work shows that you are representing scholarship. Being aware of yourself is what shows true scholarship to yourself, your peers, and your teachers. Being able to know you have accomplished something is important. Sometimes the fear of failure gets in the way of many students trying to be the best scholar they can be. But sometimes failure is just what you need to succeed. It may sound silly, but failing at something once or twice isn't always the worst thing to happen. Because being aware of why you failed and knowing how to improve is always a great learning curve that can benefit you. Last year when I was in general biology, the first few tests I took in the class I failed. The fact that I failed did put me down at first, but thinking about it thoroughly, I learned how I needed to study for the test so I can get better grades. I know failure is one of the scariest things in life, but learning from failed experiences can help you be the best person you can be. All of these different factors that play into showing scholarship are important, but one of the most important things to remember is being a good scholar is always up to you. Yes, your teachers and families help you tremendously with it, but you are the one that has to put in the work, and you are the one that spends long hours studying and working to be your best. Honestly, the effort you put in truly determines what kind of scholar you are. I feel it's always best to try and exceed expectations. Scholarship can mean so many different things and has many factors, but you are the person that truly determines your future. And how you spend your time affects your scholarship. Now that I have shared with you my experiences and opinions on scholarship, I would like to further thank all of you for giving me your time, and a special thank you to my mom for showing me how to be a good student and always helping me with school-related things. My family is truly the best support system, and I wouldn't be here without them. Thank you.
The next person speaking is United Pamplin on leadership.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin my speech, I would like to thank the family I have gained over the past 3 years, especially Ms. Sturgeon and Ms. Vore. You all have been my guides to finding my path in this scary world, even in moments that I made mistakes and needed to be set straight. I love you all to the moon and back and appreciate the daily sacrifices made. You all have taught me lessons that I will carry and take with me for my years to come. Furthermore, I would like to thank all of you in the audience today for helping us celebrate this milestone in each of our big journeys. Thank you for taking these couple hours and showing recognition to every student here today. To be completely honest with you all, I did not want to do this speech at first. Actually, I didn't even want to walk in front of you all today. This is the beginning of senior year, and I'm already hitting obstacles that are challenging to overcome. Recently, I have reached an obstacle that I nearly couldn't get over, but I stuck with it and found my way through. I couldn't have completed without the tools that were given to me along the way. I allowed myself to be vulnerable and ended up without noticing being a role model to many young, great women. After having experienced this, I noticed the many things I had to get through to allow me to have this opportunity to be here today. With that being said, I am honored to be here and speak for not just any topic, but leadership. Speaking about this is the beginning to numerous stories that will break this city's statistics. I refuse to sit up here today and tell you the Google definition of leadership, give an example, hear an applause, then go sit pretty. Being that bland and boring didn't relate to me as a person or my personal outlook on leadership. Just like me, I bet many of you can relate to not having a leader growing up, but promise to achieve that role when you got the chance. I cannot honestly tell you the term leadership. I can't tell you its definition because it varies. Leadership is probably one of the most complex topics there is. And before I go in depth, let me emphasize that to be a leader has nothing to do with perfection. Perfection is non-existent. To make a mistake means to grow. Leadership is much more than telling someone what to do and when to do it. Leadership is being the person even strangers can follow to find their way, or just a simple guidance. My mom used to tell me this saying, the blind cannot lead the blind. You probably heard it when you got in trouble with your friends like me, doing something you had no business doing. This saying ultimately relates to leadership. You can't lead others if you can't find your own way first. Everyone in this vicinity, maybe even without knowing, has been a leader in some shape or form. Whether that be the sacrifices you make for others or the amount you push yourself to do simple things on your worst days, like getting out of bed. Someone is always watching, no matter how young or old. The actions you may even struggle with are what individuals looking up to you see as their motivation. We are all privileged to be here today due to the great leaders and impacts in our lives, our reasons to push and prosper. To have leadership, you have to have an understanding that it is okay. It is okay to doubt yourself from time to time. It is okay to be angry here and there. You earned it. It is okay to experience failure, as long as you get back up. Most importantly, it is okay to cry. This journey will not be easy. As leaders, you mentally may bend, and sometimes you may even break. But we will always put ourselves back together and finish through. Age has nothing to do with leadership. Let me repeat for the younger individuals in the crowd today. Age has nothing to do with leadership. No matter the age you are, the only quality you need to be a leader is the self-resilience to never give up. To inductees and returning, thank you. Thank you for allowing your academic performance and the way you hold yourself in and out the classroom pave your pathway to great opportunities. You are all our future, whether that's as doctors, social workers, educators, or maybe even a soon-to-be president. In my eyes right now, I'm seeing the future leaders, stories, and motivators. Thank you for being the definition of leadership in human form. A leader is not born. A leader is made throughout time, with consistency, sacrifice, guidance, determination, commitment, and teamwork. Everyone has leadership inside, but it's up to you to use it for good. I am not yet the leader I want to be, but I will be soon. Thank you all for your time, sacrifice, hard work, and dedication towards all these young men and women being recognized today. Before I close out, I want to remind you all here that you are here for a reason. You are a piece of one or multiple of our journeys and have made an impact that can only be seen but not explained. I am Unaya Pamplin. Thank you for listening and giving us all your time. Please enjoy the rest of this memorable night.
Next person that is speaking is Yasmir Robinson on the topic of service.
Hello, everyone. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hello, everyone. As I begin, I would like to thank all of you for coming and to support us. I'd like to thank, oh, shoot, I'm not reading my speech. Oh, my gosh. I'm reading your speech. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight and supporting all of us. I want to thank Mr. Carlton, wherever he is, for allowing me to have a speech. I want to thank my mom for being here. And, yeah, as you guys know, I'll be talking about service. Most people today are caught up in their own lives and are blinded by the idea that the only way to achieve happiness is by only caring about themselves and their own well-being. This kind of mindset is what causes our world to be filled with people who are selfish and egotistical. But all of these kids up here today, including myself, are nothing like this. We voluntarily take time out of our personal lives to get involved and lend a helping hand to those who need it without thinking twice. Why is service important, you may think? It's important because it connects us to our community and brings us all together. Serving teaches everyone compassion and understanding and helps create a sense of social awareness. When you serve others, you help improve someone's life, even if just by doing something small. Serving not only benefits those being served, but serving helps those who are serving to grow. It puts you in a position to learn patience and empathy, while getting to see how you're making a positive impact on other people's lives in the community. Dorothy Height once said, "Without service, we would not have a strong quality of life." It's important to the person who serves as well as the recipient. It's the way in which we ourselves grow and develop. Serving builds your character and helps you realize how grateful you are to be able to serve because you appreciate everything that you have in your life more. Serving is so important to the people who are being served because you feel like someone cares about them, because they feel like someone cares about them, which we do. A lot of people don't understand how much it means to someone who's less fortunate to receive a hot meal or groceries after going without. I don't think people who receive service understand how much it means to us to be able to serve them and in the smallest way remove heavy burdens off their shoulders. We don't serve because we want to be praised and receive recognition, but we do it because it genuinely makes us happy to see that what we're doing can put a smile on someone else's face. I learned in my financial literacy class this semester that people are more likely to receive happiness when they spend their money or time on others rather than themselves, because helping someone else makes us feel good about being able to make a difference. A time when I experienced this inevitable happiness was when I volunteered at church. We gave food out to people who were most likely homeless or without jobs. I have never felt compassion for someone more than I did in those moments when seeing people who has gone without for so long give me the biggest smile of appreciation. Hearing so many people explain to me how they got in the predicament they were in and tell me how much my service and ability to help has made their day is what made me want to continue to serve. I spoke life into the people that I had interactions with and encouraged them to never give up. These moments taught me that service isn't just about passing out food or giving back to the community, but it's about instilling hope in others, showing love, and being someone who cares. My parents have raised me to be someone who gives without expecting something in return. So giving to others has never been an issue for me. I hope that the service I can contribute can help motivate and inspire others to do the same as well.
My mom also told me to never block my blessings by being selfish and only caring for myself, and I live by that to this day. We all need to help one another to make this a better and stronger community. If we all just humble ourselves and allow ourselves to serve those in our community, we allow renewal in our minds to receive happiness. We're literally doing God's work when we love ourselves, when we love others as we love ourselves and serve. So if you ever receive the opportunity to help out, don't think twice, just do it. Thank you so much for listening.
Now, can we give it a round of applause for everybody here on the stage? Now, I know you guys might have heard this, but I still want to give a thanks to Steve Cawthon. I'll thank him for everything that he's done, and he's literally made an impact on so many people, and I love him. We all love him. Thank you, Mr. Cawthon. Now, I want to give a special thanks. It's going to go out to everyone who helped with tonight's ceremony, which is Mr. Pappas, Mr. Owen, Ms. Dahlhausen, and the Culinary Arts Department for preparing the refreshments for tonight. I want to thank Mr. Bach and the Lorain High Color Guard, as well as Lorain City Schools TV 20 for broadcasting. We want to thank Mr. Theodore Terhune and the Lorain High Orchestra, as well as the entire custodial staff for making this event even possible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy us in the cafeteria for refreshments. National Honor Society members, please rise. And as this ceremony concludes, take with you the pride and the prestige that goes with being a member of the National Honor Society. Thank you, guys.